For years, one name has been on everyone's lips in every power scaling debate: Sung Jin-Woo, the Shadow Monarch, the king. But what if I told you he might not even crack the top 3? Yeah, today we're gonna find out the truth. You heard me right, the icon of leveling up, the man who brought entire nations to their knees, could be completely outmatched by fighters who don't just bend the rules of their world, they literally rewrite reality itself. So, let's break this down. I mean, Sung Jin-Woo's story is the stuff of legends. He started as the weakest of the weak, an E-rank hunter, and through that mysterious system, he became the Shadow Monarch, a being who commands a literal infinite army of the dead. He is the benchmark. He's the guy everyone is measured against. But listen, this isn't about who has the most fans or the coolest design. This is a straight-up analysis. And to find the true number 1, we need to set some ground rules.
So, we're judging these titans on 4 key things. First, their raw, planet-shattering destructive power. Second, their unique abilities and reality-breaking hacks. Third, what they've actually done, their proven feats. And finally, number 4, pure, unadulterated combat dominance.
All right, with the rules in place, it's time to meet the challengers. We're talking god-tier contenders here. Every single one of them has a real shot at the throne, and they each bring a power set that could just shatter worlds. Kicking things off, we have a king in 2 different lives, Arthur Leywin. Imagine being a king, a master of combat, and then getting reincarnated into a new world of magic, but you remember everything. That gave him a head start like no one else. But his real weapon? His insane mastery of Aether. See, while everyone else is playing with mana, which is like the energy of the world, Arthur commands the very building blocks of reality, space, time, and even fate itself. He doesn't just cast spells, he edits the laws of physics on the fly.
And this is where it gets interesting. Jin-Woo's power was given to him by a system, right? It has quests, skills, rules. But Arthur's power comes from a deep, fundamental understanding of his universe. Think of it like this. Jin-Woo is the ultimate player in a video game, while Arthur is the developer who wrote the game's code. So the question becomes, can the player ever really beat the coder?
Next up, we have a challenger who doesn't just break the rules, he was literally born outside of them. Meet the 25th Baam, an irregular who is destined to devour the entire Tower of God. You see, Baam isn't just strong, he's a walking glitch in his own reality. He doesn't just use Shinsu, the lifeblood of the tower, he absorbs it, he copies it, and he can even just turn it off in other people. His potential is, by its very definition, completely limitless. And here's the crucial difference in how they get stronger. Jin-Woo defeats an enemy and adds a soldier to his army. Baam defeats an enemy and adds their power directly to himself. Jin-Woo commands the fallen. Baam literally consumes their strength and makes it his own. Okay, now for a completely different type of threat. Kim Dokja is not the strongest fighter. Not by a long shot. He's the guy who knows how the fight ends, before it even starts. See, his favorite web novel suddenly became his reality, and Dokja was the only one who had read the whole thing. He knows every character's biggest weakness, every single plot twist, every dirty little secret. He's not fighting the other characters, he's fighting the story itself. This is the ultimate meta power. Sung Jin-Woo is a powerful protagonist playing his role perfectly, but Kim Dokja, he's the reader who can just flip to the last page, see how it ends, and if he doesn't like it, he can just rewrite it. I mean, how do you even fight someone who knows your every move before you do? And finally, we have a challenger who isn't just godlike. He is quite literally a god. Jin Mori, the fun-loving martial artist, is actually the true identity of Sun Wukong, the legendary Monkey King. We are talking about a mythological deity here. He wields divine weapons that can stretch across the entire planet, he commands an army of clones, he rides a cloud, and he has true, undeniable immortality. His fights don't just level cities, they shake the very heavens. And that's the real kicker. Jin-Woo earned his divinity through a system. It was given to him. Jin Mori? He was born from myth and legend. His power isn't a level he achieved. It's his very being, his essence.
So as you can probably tell by now, this is not a simple question of who can punch harder. This is a clash between fundamentally different types of power.
This is really the heart of the conflict. On one side, you have these monarchs of physical power, like Sung Jin-Woo. And on the other, you have reality warpers like Arthur, power absorbers like Baam, and narrative manipulators like Dokja. It's not about being the best player in the game. It's about being able to rewrite the game's code.
So, it's time. After looking at all their powers, their feats, and the very nature of their existence, we've come to a conclusion. This is it. The definitive ranking of Manhwa's most powerful protagonists. Okay, coming in at number 5, Arthur Leywin. He's a combat genius, and his control over Aether is terrifying, but he's still a step below the absolute top tiers. At number 4, the Shadow Monarch himself, Sung Jin-Woo. His destructive power is off the charts, but at the end of the day, he's still bound by the rules of his system. Now, at number 3, the 25th Baam. He's an anomaly whose ability to just eat power gives him a truly infinite, undefined ceiling for growth. In second place, Dokja. His power isn't physical, it's conceptual. He doesn't need to win the fight when he's already read how the whole story ends. And that means the undisputed number 1 is Jin Mori. As Sun Wukong, he's not just like a god, he is a god, a being of pure myth whose power is absolute. He doesn't just follow the rules of reality, he is one of the rules.
But hold on, here's one last little thought to chew on. The core of Sung Jin-Woo's power is supposed to be infinite growth. So, what if that growth has no real ceiling? What if he could level up so high that the system itself just becomes irrelevant, allowing him to finally break free and write his own rules?
So that's our take. But now it's your turn. Who is your number 1? Get down in those comments and prove us wrong. We actually want to see the arguments. And hey, if you want to see more of this, you'd better get ready. Our next explainer is going to be a deep dive into a battle for the ages, the Shadow Monarch versus the Tower's Anomaly. Trust me, you are not going to want to miss that.